everyone's focused on interest rates. I think we talked about this last time on your show. It's it's good cocktail chatter at the end
really
of the day.
is, yeah.
And it's fun to talk about. But where is it going? Well, inventory is still going up. The market is healthy.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
So where do you think we're going? Where do you think what do you see happening this year for us?
There's a lot happening this year. I mean, there really is. You talk about rates. You talk about the mundane things that are out there. It's
right.
Everyone's focused on interest rates. I think we talked about this last time on your show. It's it's good cocktail chatter at the end of the day.
It really is, yeah.
And it's fun to talk about. But where is it going? Well, inventory is still going up. The market is healthy.
Yeah.
Unemployment isn't near as bad as everyone thinks it is.
Right.
It's being talked about.
Yeah.
When what we should be doing is stop listening to the media so much, Harvey.
This is why we do this show, Troy. It's why we do it, because we want to tell the truth about what's really happening right now. So many times you read stuff in the paper, it's all negative, because they got to sell paper, or they got to sell clicks. They don't sell papers anymore. They got to sell clicks, and so they're going to put the most horrendous headlines out there. And it's really not the case.
No, and I'll jump ahead a little bit, Harvey. You and I were talking about this, but equity is king.
Yeah,
equity is king, and there's so much equity that I'm going to say is trapped inside homes.
Okay,
it's
that's
the best
fair.
way to put it.
I like that. Yep.
So 40%, roughly 40% of the people have homes that are paid for.
Wow.
And when there's another 30. What's that?
33%.
33% have over 50% equity in their home.
Wow.
So when you look at what's taking place today, and it could be locked up at an interest rate around 3%.
That's
2%, whatever it might be. It's hard to break that free. But as credit card debt is continuing to go up more and more and more, we're going to start tapping into that more.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that makes a lot of sense. And you know what? John Ingram, who's a lender, comes on the program quite often. He talked about the idea of when you're talking about your mortgage rate and you're talking about absorbing maybe a higher rate, you got to look at the overall monthly expense, because if you're paying 22% interest on your credit cards,
right,
and you can get away with a 5.5%, 6.5% mortgage and pay those down, boy, that still makes a lot. I mean, you got to look at your overall monthly expense and decide. Now, I don't want people to pull money out of their house to pay down credit cards to run those credit cards up again.
Correct.
Let's not do that.
Lesson learned there, maybe.
In the mid 2000s, we saw a lot of that going on. So let's not do that. But think about it in terms of what you can do to lower your monthly expense, and maybe start saving a little bit more. Maybe start investing a little more. Maybe buy an investment property.
I'll tell you what. There's an asset you can see and put your hands on every single day.
There you go.
So,
I mean, I love like myself. I'm pretty diverse. I have money in the markets, in stocks and so forth. I also have real estate. We have investments in real estate, and I think it's important to have both. And when I talk to financial planners, even those guys who might be wanting to get a commission out of getting you, they know the value of real estate. They understand the value of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Harvey, we've been up Las Vegas, if my memory serves me right. It's up 49% over the. I'm sorry. Home prices have jumped 49% in the last 5 years.
Right. Yeah.
That's a 50% on your investment.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Nah, that's pretty darn good. That's helping me. I mean, because the vast majority of my retirement, whenever that's going to be, not in the near future, is in my house. It's where it is. That's that's where I keep most of my money. And I think it makes sense for most people. And look, I know we've talked about this before, Troy, but I think it's so important that people understand the value of home ownership and why it's so important.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, we've mentioned it last week, we're putting together plans now for a buyer seminar. So those of you listening who are thinking about buying, maybe you're a renter right now, maybe you still own a home, but you're thinking about moving and you're not sure if it's a good idea or not for yourself. We're going to do a seminar here at the office, here at our office at the Summerlin Center, for Berkshire Hathaway Summerlin Center, and we're scheduling it for April 30th. We'll get more details out to you guys later as we get a little bit closer. We're preparing a sign-in sheets and all that stuff, but we wanted to make sure you were aware that those of you out there, maybe you listen to the show and you're thinking, gee, I'd love to sit down. And no charge, come on out, no obligation, just come on out, learn about the process of buying a home if you haven't done it before. I want to get first-time home buyers in homes. To me, that's critical right now.
Well, especially with the average first-time home buyer being 40 years old now.
Right.
That's the average first time.
That's crazy.
So, we do. I'm so glad you're doing that, Harvey, educating the younger generation as to the importance of it. Get in now, by the way.